Hello, greetings and salutations. This is Ison Quinn, and I'm back today with Total War Attila. That's the whole title. Although I'm playing the Franks, not Attila. I was thinking, I think everyone's played Attila, and probably everyone's played the Franks too. I've seen a lot of that out there on the internet. Thought about the Visigoths, but it looked like a lot of people played them. I might start a second campaign with Visigoths, but most importantly, this campaign, unlike all the experts on the internet, is made for the average tactician or new gamer. I'm playing it instead of at legendary. I think the base is hard. It might even be normal. I actually didn't check it and change anything from the basic configuration because it does. Those settings do influence how often you can save, which I'm going to try not to reload. We're just going to deal with what I do in here anyhow. And I think it will influence the amount of money you get and also how the AI reacts. I'm assuming the developer created normal for what they considered to be the normal story campaign. So I'm not out to prove anything. I'm actually out to learn how to play the game. I haven't played this game since Rome. Actually, Total War Rome. When I say this game, I mean the Total War series. I used to play Total War Rome, which is what, 2007, 2004, something like that. It's been a long while. The game has changed quite a bit. So I thought I'd go back and maybe do a series for people who probably like to play the game, but when you see it on Legendary and everything whirling around, you would think, okay, it's not for me. I'm betting if you like strategy games or history, it is for you. And I'm planning on doing a couple other series, maybe Rome 2, something in the Ancients, some Field of Glories, and Field of Glory 2. Some other tactical games. I've realized that episodic broadcasts and videos that I'm going to upload are much easier if you actually have something that is episodic and can possibly go on for a while. And this game is endless. They have so many factions. Let's drop in here and take a quick look. Actually, that's the worst way to look at it. I think we can look at the map this way here, so we can sort of see where we're at in the world. Way over here, and there's so much to conquer. I can see why Caesar wept at the statue of Alexander the Great. Hopefully, I love Alexander games. I still have a copy of Rome Alexander the Great, so we'll probably be doing some battles with it. Anyway, I'm playing the Franks just because I'm more familiar with them than or the mechanics than Wandering Tribes. It's a nice new feature they have, because this is based on Attila, is Wandering Tribes or Migrating Tribes. So you don't actually need a city. You can just live in the fields and move along and destroy the cities, loot them, sack them as you go. But I thought I'd at least start with something I'm a little bit more familiar with. That would be early French here, I guess, with some area for home. So and there's a province here. We take a look at the map. You see I start with one territory in the province. There are two others. We've got the Angles up there. I hate to exterminate them. They always get exterminated in these games. And who owns this? Oh, the Saxons. Oh, geez, oh Pete. So we're going to have to get rid of the Angles and the Saxons, which is England. Some Picts and Vikings in there too. Anyway, we have Rome right over here. We have an Eastern Western Roman Empire, for those who are not familiar with this time in history. Both are in decline because the empire's too big. Christianity's now taken root. Most Romans are becoming Christian. There's some faction issues. A lot of the Gallic Germanic tribes have also been given Christianity, although they have a tendency to have a slightly different version of Christianity. I believe the label they used was Arian Christianity, and that is the belief that Christ the Son is not greater than God. How can a son be greater than his father? Where often is believed by the Roman Catholics that, and these ancient Roman Catholics, that there's an equality between those. I'm not here to talk about religion. It is a part of the game. You basically use it as a tool to manipulate people. That's what I'm going to keep it as. And the same goes for a lot of the tribes are not Christian. They still have their own beliefs, so we'll be dealing with that. Anyway, because I didn't want people to go through a long intro and wonder what the heck's going on, I just put the intro in differently. I have it here, so I'm going to go ahead and play it so you can get a feel for what we're doing and the setting, and then we'll continue with this episode.
The air was filled with smoke and blood. Rome was weak. The tribes grew in strength and number. Their roots went deep, and they felt the earth's blood pounding through the land. But their borders were threatened, for a great storm raged in the east. One by one, the tribes scattered as seeds in the wind. And behold, a red horse, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. The blood of their kin would be avenged. Great hunters, they tempered their blades in Roman blood, and saw their once mighty walls reduced to dust. They made ready for war.
Well, my little screw up there at the opening. We got most of it. It's coming through my monitor speaker instead, so probably a little bit of an echo there. I think that probably sums it up. Rome, at this point, there's both East and West Rome, and Byzantium is the capital of Eastern Rome, and Rome is the capital of Western Rome. Too many cities, too many people, too many enemies, not enough legions, and, well, they're besieged at every turn. So anyway, we are playing the Franks, and I very much would like this city here. I will probably start renaming some of the cities, just because I can. It's a feature in the game that they'll allow you to, as soon as I can figure out how to rename them. It'll make it a little bit easier. Let's take a look at the garrison here. So we have not many men, not much of a garrison. We do have a small navy.
Ready for orders.
Is that? I don't know what accent that is. Ready for orders. And we can set the ship to do different things. So what we're going to do is we're going to set it to, well, I would say patrol, but I don't want to block off our trade. This is a trade route here. So let's just leave that as is.
Ready for battle.
We actually do start with some cavalry there. This is not our general. Let's take a look at our family tree. This is a nice feature that they've improved.
Loyalty is a measure of a character's devotion to the ruling party of his faction. It can be increased through political actions, as well as character skills, positive traits, or household members.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I think we'll figure that out. There can be treachery in it. This is the lead character. He's not married, has no children. Looks like everyone else in his family, from the two deceased parents, do have children. This red line means this is a bastard child. So one of these two have been playing around a little bit. As king, Pharamond, I'm going to have to find a wife. And I believe Genabod here is, or Genabod, is one of my top generals. And these are all candidates other nobles. The important part here is to make sure these nobles don't gain more power than the ruling family. So I can marry some of them into the family or have them killed. There's a lot of intrigue you can do in here. So that's our family history. We can go over to stats.
The Records tab is used to log events and store campaign statistics in one place for
Let's end. I'll be cutting a lot of those off because I'm assuming you're not going to be quite interested in those. Let's go back to the family. We can check our influence, and you'll get points. Influence is also rated on how much power you have over your faction. And control, we have a dominion and control. As this increases, you have more freedom, more liberty to do things, but the closer you become to a tyrant, which may cause someone else to revolt. And control, well, here it says it's a measure of your mastery of politics, your power over the elite. So it's also related to that, except I guess this is more controlling the political nobles, and this is more dominating your people. Getting either too high is bad. The same goes for this, the balance of power. You just don't want to become an authoritarian with everything cranked up. So you have to learn to balance that. This number here is for doing actions that you'll see down here at the bottom. It's a little bit more difficult. Like, say, if I had enough points, this fellow here actually has enough points to where he can do some things. These are my family members, so if one of these guys here starts getting out of line on the way, then I can assassinate them or marry them off or disgrace them. There's a variety of things, but we'll find that as we go. One of my priorities right now, before we start a war, and we're going to pick a fight in a second, is to make sure Pharamond here has an heir, because we want him. Nothing we can do in here right now. This is his personal character stat screen. We want him to, well, have an heir. Otherwise, we're going to have to marry one in. So let's go down to our, well, first, let's go into technology. Because we have military and civic technology. We're going to start off with military. We're going to start building regional defense forces to protect our cities. Actually, what does this say? Hunters' camp. So that's where we can recruit people. Remember, we're a Germanic tribe, not Rome, so we go about things a little bit differently, though we do have traditional Romantic styled or Roman styled cities. Now let's go to diplomacy and see who we can make some money off of here. We are friendly with the Ottomans. Looks like we have trade with them already. Let's see if they have
Greetings, friend.
a wife.
I've called for good ale to ease your throat and, ripe women to ease other parts.
Well, he's not a barbarian, is he? No, not at all. So let's see. We've already got trade deal. Doesn't look like he has anyone to offer. We've got pretty much the best of everything. He's located where? On the map. Let me, down here. Okay, he's right down here. We're probably going to go in that area. You can make deals, trade deals, non-aggression deals, but if you break them within a short amount of time, let's say mechanically 10 game turns, that will limit your ability to make deals with others. So right now I don't want to make any more deals or break any deals. Let's see. We have a non-aggression pact here with the Angles, which is a shame because it's the Angles and the Saxons. The Saxons are on our table right now. The Angles will be next, so I'm not going to try and improve those. Let's go with the, well, the Jutes, not really looking, they should be further north up top. Well, we can click on this and say, yeah, so they're up here. Over there's the Yates or Gates. Let's see if we can strike up a deal with the Jutes.
I welcome you, worthy speaker. I listen because your people are known to have honor.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you appreciate it. Let's start off with something simple, like a non-aggression pact. And you can see down here we have a success rate. If it's low, it's pretty much impossible, which doesn't mean you shouldn't try. Sometimes you can bribe them or stuff, but in a lot of times, I'm just going to hit X when it's low. Moderate, I could try offering some money. I'm going to try not to. Let's just see if we can get a non-aggression pact. Good, he accepted it. Now we'll go for a trade deal. See if we can trade. He has a coastal city with a port. We have a coastal city with a port. So we can reach each other. They rejected it. Let me see what the standing on that was. It's very low. Okay. So that's why. Let's go next. The Langobards, they're south of us. We'll be taking their territory, so let's not make a deal with them. It sounds cruel. Who else have we got? The Picts, they're so far away, and I don't think they have ocean-going abilities. The Saxons certainly do. AK, not the Saxons. Yeah, the Saxons. Okay. Hold on here. Is the same? I'm not sure what the game refers to as the Vikings. They shouldn't be Saxons. Jutes. Okay, I guess we can't see. Vikings would be around here someplace. Don't think the game refers to them as Saxons. I think, in fact, this is the only Saxon city that there is. So let's go back and see who else we can make a deal with. You also have to be careful when you're making deals who they're enemies with, because that can influence your relationship. So the Picts are a little bit far away. Western Rome, we actually have a trade deal with. I'm going to leave it as it is because I want the income. And our relationship with them is deteriorating. Yeah, it's just about every relationship with either Eastern or Western Rome. Okay, so let's see if we can marry into a family. Get a bride. When I have enough...
Greetings, friend. I've called for good ale to ease your throat and...
I think I've heard that one already. So, military access. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Although, yeah, it's the Angles, so maybe we could let them keep their territory. If it's not in our, the province that I want to put together. Well, what I will do is I'll attempt check with the Langobards.
We will gladly listen to your offers, but do not wrap them in lies.
Oh.
The spirits know truth.
Yeah, well then, I'm sorry, because you'd know I'm about to attack you, probably. All right, good enough. When I have enough influence, I can... actually, I'll get the option down here to find a wife. Quality... have quality of wives. Let's see. No telling here. Let's go ahead with Hermagar here. And we'll have him put in the office. I don't have enough influence to get these guys in office. This is one of our generals. He has an army. We want to be careful. Actually, is this our admiral? No, he's not admiral. He's a statesman. So we're going to make him probably our first governor. Who is our admiral? We have a fleet. Oh, he's probably a family member. Yeah. Umruk.
Ministerial offices and commissions can be awarded to generals in your faction when they reach a certain age or rank.
Yes.
Loyalty and influence are both increased by this, meaning offices can be used to placate useful but potentially dangerous individuals.
AKA buy them off. It not only improves their abilities, you see here, you'll get +1 personal influence, -5 recruiting, +4 wealth from agriculture and buildings, and then we can continue to go up to all the different cases. But we do have room for one governor here, so let me go ahead. This is a statesman here. This is our capital city. No, actually, it's not, but he will be governing it. He's a statesman, so let's go ahead and promote him to an office. If we can. We might not be able to, because we might not have enough... There we go. So we've now made him a governor of our territory. We have still no options. He has no points. And we can bring these guys up here who are sort of lesser nobles at this time. I did not use one of the relatives, because I prefer to trust them with the military than giving this guy the military, although this one here seems to be loyal. If we give him military, then he could turn against us if we're not careful. So, and let's see if there's... they're all in office now, so we'll leave them there. As is, we have 5,000 gold. Let's see what we can do for a city, because there is some construction here. This is not a good sign. So we have sanitation and squalor issues. So I need to improve things. 3,600 to go to the next level city. Only thing we could build here would be a clay pit, which is not going to improve sanitation. This one can't be upgraded, though we can develop some land. What can we put in here? We want to put something in that's going to allow us to increase our military. So this will provide a garrison of Salian Frankish lancers, but also unlocks the recruitment of them. Well, that's pretty early. So I'm going to go ahead and start building that. And upgrade the city for now. Which doesn't leave us a lot of money to invade any territories. Which is a shame. Let's see here.
Thirsty for battle.
Okay. We have 11 out of 20. And what does our friend down here have?
Ready for order.
A 7 out of 20. Hopefully that's enough to conquer these guys. So we're going to go ahead and make a move here on Tilfredum before they get a chance to build up
Get moving.
their military too much.
Is that all?
Once you cross into their territory, you've committed an act of war.
Move out.
So we can move
Ready for further orders.
pretty close. He's going to know we're coming.
Moving.
Here's his army. We don't have any spies, and he's got a total 13 out of 20. We're going to give him a turn to
Ready for orders.
build up his army, unfortunately.
Starting out.
Done all the diplomacy we need. We've... I don't think we can set any edicts. Oh, maybe we can. An edict for our people. They're not very happy right now, but we need the city to grow. We put the military back, we'll increase their happiness. We're going to do this. This is going to cause this to decrease because they're being taxed. They don't have a lot to be happy for. But hopefully a little bit of conquering, and then we can put a military in there and improve our governor, and things may go better. And I'm going to call that a first turn. Unless there's something else I'm overlooking. I'd ideally like to increase the army, but let's see what happens. Have some tea while we do the turn here. I am running this on a PC. It's common for everyone to explain their system, so I will. It's 8 core, 4.3 gigahertz. Has a lowly 1060 3GB graphics card. It is running off an SSD drive. This game uses a lot of drive access, so that should speed things up. It should be, the game's almost about 4 or 5 years old, so it should have no running. I'm running at, I think, very high, or some cases ultra. After a great deal of political back scratching, your man has succeeded in gaining office. Sometimes you have to use political points to get them in there. A great deal of political back scratching. Okay, he's got in too. He's our current second general. We'll call him our lieutenant commander. How about that? Okay, so everyone has made it in without me having used any political influence. What happened up here? Abdanians, the Danes will be the Vikings versus the Roman Empire. Okay, so no diplomacy for them. We don't have to read these every time, but I like to keep an eye on what's going on in the world. Caledonians are at war with, as I was saying, Rome has a lot of enemies at this point. It's one of the tougher ones I would imagine to play in this game would be Rome. We've established contact with this faction, the Vandals. Ah, as it is the time of the Vandals. Vandals are really brutal. We still use the name today for what they used to do to Roman cities. was a deal made between the was it King Alric of the Vandals, and then he had a brother who had sort of lesser stature, and Roman general who was accused of basically treason, was called back to Rome from Africa, and he made a deal with the Vandals to basically hold off the Roman legions until he could find a way to let the acting empress, her son, who was, I believe, Valentinian, was around 13, so he wasn't old enough to run the empire. And the mother was running it for him, but another general had convinced her that, I forget the general's name. It was something like Bonaparte, but was it Bonatus or something like that? Basically, the other general had convinced the empress, the mother, that this general in North Africa was plotting against her. So set him up, basically, to be killed. So he made a deal with the Vandals in order to have an army big enough to hold off the Romans. At this point, the Romans were given a lot of territory, or before this, ceding a lot of territory to the barbaric tribes in order to keep them from going to war. He made the deal with Alaric, the king of the Vandals, but then Alaric was poisoned by his brother, and when the whole mess was sorted out through, I guess, what we'd call today a special council, the Roman general found out that he was innocent, that he was being plotted against. So did the mother of the emperor, and they said, everything's okay. The other general fled the country to actually go live with the Huns. But since the king of the Vandals, Alaric, was killed by his brother hated Rome. He went ahead and attacked Rome anyhow, and basically started, vandalizing Rome and carrying out a vendetta against Romans who held a different Christian belief than he did. That has to do with the Arian belief. Enough of that. I guess that's history. We're playing it right now. So, see, is this our... That is Pharamond there. So let's move this guy close enough to where he can support us. How big did this guy's army get? He's up to 13, okay. So we might be able to beat him, and let's see if we can invade this city. Yeah, we must declare war. You have to declare war on the Saxons. Yes, I have. Which is why I didn't try making more deals.
We will walk the warriors' road together then. At its end stands your funeral pyre. I will bring the torch.
Okay, well, we'll see. Alright, they do have a settlement. They have 1,500, we have 12. We're reinforced with 780. They're being reinforced with almost 1,000. So, and they are in a settlement, so we're going to have to build some siege equipment. Let's build some ladders. That builds us 4 ladders. And that builds us a light siege tower. That builds us a battering ram. We want one of those. And I don't think we'll ever get to use the siege tower. I should have purchased an onager. Maybe I can later. Yeah, we'll see if I can. That would have been nice. Alright, I sort of screwed up the campaign already. So we have a battering ram. Those are going to take 1 turn. Light siege tower, they'll take 2 turns, so let's just go ahead and get rid of that. Alright, and let's lay siege to him.
We take this settlement for the tribe.
Can we hire? Yeah, it looks like we can hire some mercenaries right now. So let's have...
Ready for orders.
Pharamond. See if we can hire... Oh, yep, they've got one. We want that definitely in our army. And we want to pick up some cavalry. These are mercenaries, so you can sort of hire them on the spot versus recruiting takes longer. We definitely want the Frankish Lancers. It's going to cost us a lot of money. We might not be able to afford more than 1 Frankish Lancer. Yeah, that's about all we can afford. But that does increase our numbers a little bit and gives us something. We don't have to wait too long. I don't know if these guys are going to have reinforcements someplace. And that's really going to be it for this turn. We're keeping our navy out here to guard our city. Another turn for this, another turn for that, another... actually 3 turns here to upgrade the village. When the village is larger, we can improve the type of troops we're getting. This is a farmstead and trade jetty. We're looking at the. Want to build something to allow us to recruit. Yeah, this will do the Salian Frankish lancers. So, and Germanic hurlers, slingers. All right, we'll just go ahead and end the turn. So I have no other army. I'm not attacking anyone with the navy. I'm using it just strictly for defense. Meanwhile, the rest of the world is probably attacking Rome. I'm not sure if we want to move. I want to avoid Attila as much as possible. The problem with the hordes or the migrating tribes is they don't have cities to attack. Is this the Danes here, or is it the Jutes? They're coming down to our city. Or looking like they're coming down. I don't see a trade route. This would be a trade route, so they're not running a trade route. Ships can park on these trade routes and block your trading. I think this is actually for Rome right now, so.
There are not enough funds in your treasury to
we're
build
going
anything
broke.
this turn.
There's no match for the enemies.
Increase taxation and trade, or disband redundant armed forces to raise your short-term income.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping to attack some of the Venarians that were gone. All right, our technology is done. Let's see if we can, while we're fighting here, improve this so we can get some goat pens, maybe clean up some stuff. We still have this to do. We could take a turn now and recruit some lancers if we had the money, but we don't. We should have built all the equipment we need. Did he do... No, he didn't do any more recruiting. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if we can engage.
Siege to their hovels.
I don't need these things now. I don't know if they're just out of the queue because we built them. I don't see anything that says. I don't see anything over here that says. We'll find out, though. Let's engage in some warfare. If you're running this game on a standard, average PC without an SSD drive, this part down here, this bar, can take a while. If you have a computer that's built within the last 5 to 7 years, you probably have SATA. And even if you have SATA 2 and buy a SATA 3 SSD drive, you can still use it. You won't get the maximum speed, but you'll still get a much higher speed than you will off a hard drive. And instead of this taking several minutes, although it just went backward, didn't it? You can do it within, well, I guess a minute or less. That helps. Okay, the weather's dry. We're going to keep that. I don't want to do it. It looks like we did build some
damage done on the campaign map will be visible on the battlefield. It takes time and money to repair it, something the besieged can ill afford. A direct assault on a province capital without artillery or siege equipment is only possible after allowing a siege to escalate over time, causing breaches in the settlement walls through which your troops can attempt entry.
We need to get up here. I hate to interrupt him. We're on this side, but it looks like we're encircling them, so we can take this path. This looks like a gatehouse here. Yep. Knock it down. We have a ram, and we do have our onager, or onager, and come up through here, or do we go to the other side? There's a path here, but that path leads all the way down to here. I actually think it'd be more difficult to come from this side and go up. Let's see if I can show what I'm looking at here. I think this is a more direct route. No. There we go. So I sort of drew it out there. Maybe it's about the same, but it looks like you come up here and then go around. So since we're over here, And I don't want to break up the forces. I don't have enough forces. Our reinforcements aren't here yet. Clear off that screen. So what we're going to do is move some stuff. There's the gate, so we're going to take these guys, put them back here just a little bit, so they're not immediate targets. I don't even know if we're ever going to use these ladders. These are light melee. We're going to move them out of the way for now. Just going to move all these guys out of the way until I have everything set up. So we do have two. So we'll put both of these rams there. And let's go ahead and spread our archers out front in the thinnest line we can. Just in case I doubt they'll send anyone out of the fort to attack our siege machines, but in case they do, here's our onager. Like the onager, I'd like to have two of those. So what we're going to use it for is to knock some holes in this gatehouse here. Let's go ahead and clear this out so we get a better view. And maybe a wall, and they'll have troops up here. I don't see any towers on this side. Maybe let me highlight it again. We'll see. No, there's no towers here. Here's one capture point also. So yeah, we want to knock down that wall, and we're going to be doing either the onagers. We also want to knock down the gate and the wall, and or with the rams, and then we can always push our way over the top. This is our commander. Where are our pikemen? Do I have any pikemen? Oh, one group of spears.
Men of Germania!
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put them here. Oh, they've got a siege machine too. Okay. It's going to be rough going through that terrain there. We can hide
Salian Lancers!
our horses, cavalry, over here. These guys we just hired. We have another horse cavalry we're going to put over here, because the enemy can't see them in the trees. And we have another one. I think we've got a light group here. And we have two lights, Salian and Frankish. Okay, so yeah. Then what we'll do is we're going to move these guys to their side, so you can group them in the battle. I'll put him here for now. Put this guy over here in case they come out. Want to be able to let's lock them together. So now you see they're both joined as number one. So I can hit the number one, or I can just click on it, and we'll put them on this side here. So this is a different class. And can we get up to the wall here? See, we've got rocks, so we can't get to that wall. We're going to have to put some of these guys over here. Can we fit them in there? We can, just barely. And I'm actually hoping we're going to have that down before we even try to move the general up a little bit, so we get his command area there. And I will probably be pausing it during the game because I'm not as fast as a lot of the players, but I consider it a strategy game, so I do like to look at what I'm doing. All right, let's go ahead and start that, and then we will have this
contains the unit or
fire
ship
at that gate, and we'll do
clicking on a card
flames.
selects a unit or ship. Double clicking on it zooms the camera.
I know how to do that much. Okay, so
Our reinforcements enter the fray!
here come our reinforcements. Let's see what we do to that gatehouse there.
Trounce these cowardly bastards! This is the last
It's one hit. You see they're on the walls up there too. While that's going on, we need to find our reinforcements. They're over here. Okay, so I'm just going to pull all of them up right now. Spin this around. I might need this increase the movement. And we can put them in a line here. And have our onagers knock down that wall yet. Okay, we got the gate. So now let's start targeting this. Make another hole. And these guys can drop their ram because they don't need it. They can drop the ram. And we're going to start sending them forward. Don't know that we're going to need the ladders anymore, but we might keep one on the other side. Going to send these guys up also. Eventually put them in a straight line. We're going to move the archers forward.
Missiles ready.
And let's put them in, not loose spacing, we're going to put them in loose spacing. We're going to have them use fire also.
Set them alight. The enemy's walls crumble before our might.
And I think I can target the wall still. Yeah, I don't know that I need to because they've all run off the wall. Just keep them moving. These guys can go ahead and...
Scrappers ready.
Well, we'll let them go on up to the wall. They may never get there.
Men of Germania.
Let's drop this.
As you say.
It's more of our spearmen. These guys, swordsmen, can drop theirs. Start moving up. Go ahead, start moving up. And our general needs to move up with them. Have our other troops gotten here yet? It looks like some of them have. Okay. Cavalry has arrived. So all of our men are moving forward right now. We'll get them in a battle line later. We're going to move this cavalry over here. It's going to be difficult to get in there. So I want these guys to get here as soon as possible. These archers, I want to spread up here so we can start attacking them. Good, we're still taking down their walls. See how these guys are spread out much larger now. So we can, using fire, actually don't need to use fire on that. We'll just use standard shot. We'll let these guys use fire if they have it, yeah. Fire will cause havoc. Okay, I did not mean for you guys to go there, but I guess you're going there now, huh? Come on up. One group got up there a little bit early. You're gonna have to go a little bit faster now, guys. Swordsman, I think you can spread out up here. Next group of swordsmen. So I get more familiar with it. Okay, you guys can just drop this. Okay, you guys can spread out. Spread out. Yeah, that's because I got up there too soon. So, and then we're gonna have a mosh party in that gate, and we're going to attempt to bring the cavalry over here. See if we can get in through there. General, go on up. You guys have done all you can. And the rest of us are here, so start marching double quick. Archers, I need you to come up and start bombarding the area. Normally you want to use your skirmishers to protect you. I'll wait till they're up there before I do anything. Okay, you guys attack. 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 Yeah. Attack. Everyone go in and attack. Archers keep firing here. You guys keep... Look, you normally don't want to fire when your own guys are engaged, but there's so many of theirs, I think we have a little bit of a space. We're going to try and bring these guys up to the gatehouse here to support. We'll have to bring the general forward. See if we can not lose morale. Put them over here on the side, maybe. I want to support those guys in there. Okay, archers. Start shooting. Start shooting their archers if you can see them. They're not spread out in a very good formation. And let's go back to here. We've got swordsmen. We need to bring them in. Let's bring them in a small line here. 2 small lines. You should be up here attacking. Go on in and then attack these guys when you get up there. And we're going to move the cavalry up here. Okay, go. It's a narrow column here. It's not a good idea. As soon as these guys get in, we can move them around. Let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. Move them over here too. I think attack this flank. Didn't the attack command there. I've got war machines up there that are causing a problem. These guys can attack over here. It's going to be difficult to get these ideas in, but we're going to try. Move them double quick. We've got reserve cavalry. Bring the archers back up a little bit more. Well, quit breaking. Those guys here. Okay, charge those guys if you can. There we go. We want to, after they have impact, we want to pull them out.
The enemy have rallied their units.
See if we can move them to the other side, bring these guys in and attack, because they're not doing anything. These guys need to go over here and engage. These guys keep these engaged. Yeah, we're going to. Okay, let's move on in. Our general's going to have to relocate to try to get here. All of our archers should be running out of. Okay, these guys have retreated, so let's push them back, right back in. Put them up here. I'm not going to have them attack yet. Get our horse cavalry back over here to attack them. We're really abusing these horses. Have them start shooting out there. Need to take that thing out up there. The foot soldiers should flee, trying to get these guys in the clear so they can come back. I'll just make the other guys route automatically. Now we have to push through here. Does general have any special abilities? Second wind. And what? Steady. Let's go with steady. So maybe they'll steady our guys. See if they can go through here. These guys are breaking. Swordmen forward. Need to push this line out of the way. Finish these guys. You're here already. We're hitting some of our own guys now. And we still have some cavalry back here, I think. Yep. So let's go ahead and start bringing them in to up here. And we still got 2 more units of cavalry, so.
We have captured the gates. The enemy is at the walls.
We're going to switch these guys to melee weapons. And try and move all these troops who are just sitting around here now. Get rid of some of these war machines. These are spearmen, which are good at a distance. I have to knock down a wall over here, I think. Those are slingers or javelin. And I don't think we can get in through our own crowd. Bring them forward. I need to get rid of that war machine up top. These guys, I'm going to see if they can find a way up there. I'm just going to start sending them up there. Yeah, you guys are cowards. You can all stop right there. Switch. You're going to break your loose formation and come inside. We need to break these guys here. Archers. Archers without anything to shoot are now engaging. Okay, the horse cavalry is going to have to charge over here. These guys are so abused. Really hate to lose cavalry this early. I'm going to force them to run. See how many are left. Not many. But they usually can make those guys run. And then we're going to try and put them over here to hide a little bit. Keep moving forward. Yep. You guys can go after the archers because they're going to run. And we'll start sending these guys over here. Okay, who is shooting us from the back here? Okay, you guys can come in here now. See if you can shoot your arrows on these guys. Got pretty good range. And I think we're going to have to bring that cavalry in there. Right through our guys. What a mess. And we need to take down that wall. So have them work on that wall. Have them work on that wall. Have these guys. Yeah. Edward Longshanks had an expression. That was the dead cause nothing. I don't share that sad belief. Okay, you guys need to charge these guys off of here. These guys are all going to be going over to break down this barrier here. Not quickly, but there we go. Get over a little bit faster. You guys can get there a little bit faster too. Wearing out the guys, but hopefully this cavalry will, on impact, cause more of a problem. And we're going to pull them back over here. Just using these swordsmen to keep driving off these guys and the spearmen. Okay.
The men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing.
Well, quit fleeing. I'm going to switch these guys over to melee and have them work on the gate too. Okay, we got the gate down, so we can just send them up. All of you guys start heading up that hill. No, quit running. Cavalry, you can get up there quickly. You guys can get up there quickly too. And you archers, see if they still have anything they can shoot with. They do. So we're going to pull both of you guys back. Form a line here. Swordman behind you. And see if my general can pull in and do something to help our morale. Yeah, you are all going up here. It's a capture point. We gotta build up an attack up here. You horses, run, run. You know how to run, right? We still have this unit out here. We're gonna pull them inside. We're gonna move the general on up to the hill as well and see if on the way we can steady anybody. And we'll save that second wind for when we need it. Okay, you guys, are you forming up ranks here? Yeah.
The men are running. Cowards!
Well, no, they're not cowards. They've been ground into the ground. Okay, I'm going to try and form a line there. General, can you get a little bit closer? No, too late for them. Can we stop them? Nope. Okay, second wind. Give it to them. Okay, you archers, stop them. Spearmen, stop them. We should have some cavalry coming in now. Any moment. And up here, you guys are going to move on in.
Follow me.
You guys are going to form up here. Swordsmen. Swordsmen. Archers.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat.
Yeah.
Their unit has rallied.
Yeah.
Move out.
Would you admit defeat? Okay, we're going
We
to
have gained the upper hand.
form you guys this way. Move you guys here. General's going to keep trying to hold them. We'll put more archers up here. Start shooting at them. We're going to have to get this cavalry over here to charge this guy here. No, charge as fast as you can. Everyone else, we got that tower. Let's go ahead and engage your general. Where's my general? He's still down here. He needs to get up here. Why don't you have any horses? Get up there and attack. And where are my horses? Did they leave? Okay, you stop. No, stop. Stop. Come back here and form a line. You halt.
The victory point is about to fall.
That's good.
We are moments away from victory.
Yeah, you hold the line behind them to reinforce them. You need to go up here. Fast. You need to go up here fast. And I need to pay attention to this. There's a general. No, don't let that general get away. You need to move in to here. We've captured that tower. Their general's getting away. We can't have that. Archers. Do you have anything left? Okay, get them down here on the hill. Archers. Shoot at him. Swordsman, what's left of you? Stop that general. We don't want him to raise another army. Since it appears that our cavalry is not moving particularly quickly, we'll put our general up here. Can I have my cavalry chase him? Go fast. There you go. Now you're going. And whatever happened to my other cavalry? Oh, they're finally getting here? Oh, I guess I forgot to run them. No, they're running. Okay, well, you guys can come on up here now. Okay, we want to just get rid of some of this so we can just see the battle. These guys aren't doing much. Is our cavalry going to catch this general here? Let's join them in this chase. We've got those towers shooting at us. I think we might have killed him. Yeah, we did. We almost have the tower. There's not many of them left. They're out there in the fields now, so you guys can move a little bit quicker. Actually, we don't even have to finish capturing the tower because we've already defeated their army. Don't want to lose too many more people, but this is nearly full color, so we'll do a full capture. That makes no difference. It's just a matter of pride. There we go. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and end it. See what the butcher's bill is. Oof. Lost a lot of men. Wait, 938, they lost 2,200. Looks like, I guess we'd call it Gois, but it's Yewis. And most importantly is hopefully we took out their general. Yep. Both commanders gone. And most of them looks like, well, they might be completely gone. They might have fled. After they disrupted and they flee, sometimes they disperse and just run away. So we want to occupy the city. We don't want to loot and occupy it because it's going to damage a lot. Could subjugate it. If we were a barbarian horde, then raising it would be the best thing to do, or sacking it. But we're going to just occupy. Because this is actually the capital of our province. We're going to take a lot of repair, and sadly, hopefully we've lost enough people to where the cost of our military is no longer in the red. And let's see, our people are not happy, but we can put a commander in here now, which should improve things, and then we can move commander back over to here. So I do not believe there are any more. Let's see. US, the Icicles of Blood, opponent Farmund, the Wooded Men. We might have to change some of those names. We took Telefredum. And Fairmund gained a rank, which is good. Be able to spend those points. Establish contact with them for the Danes. Well, maybe we can make some peace treaties with them. And we own that. It's a close battle. Close victory, yeah. I pushed it. Regional Defense Force. Just going through all these here. Battle movement plus 10, armor minus 15 if he commanded a force. There's a good reason to put him in charge of force. Plus 10 melee for a commanded force. Not sure if that holds over as the... He'll be the general in charge of the garrison for whatever cities are attacked. Okay, that's just letting us know all the stuff we built. And RBC unit. Okay, we'll close that up. We want to try to avoid building duplicates. This is going to cost some money to repair. I don't have a lot of money this turn. Let's see what our treasury projects. Income level. From taxes, net. So our total income is 4,900. Our expenditures, we're going to have to drop some of those mercenaries. We have to drop this for now. Oop, there we go. And I think we killed off all the other mercenaries. Okay. I really don't want to shrink the army because you see the troops aren't at full force right now, so go back and see. So income next turn will be 1,400. That's better. We have the navy also that's costing us a lot. And who are these guys again? These are the Jutes. And I don't know what they're doing out there. How big is their fleet? Oh, they've got an invading force. Well, we do have a garrison and a commander over here now. Need to learn his name, so... Yenabad is his name. I'm going to pronounce all the G's with OY as tradition for most of this area. Although it's the Franks that end up giving us proper G. So it went from Yud to Good. And our navy's still there. They really... The difference with this navy is it's carrying troops. This is actually a combat navy. It has troops on it also, which we could use to help defend the city. Each one is 96 men, 42, 42, 42, and swords and axes. So that should help. Let's go in and see if we can find out what Faramund needs. It's got 2 skill points. Authority, he's got 1 point there. Zeal, a melee attack plus 3 of the troops. We'll do that. And then +3 defense for infantry, +3 moral for infantry recruits. Go and do that one next. We don't have anything there yet. And let's see if Ginnabod has gained any experience points. No, he hasn't, because he didn't lead the attack. Well, he's going to school right now. You can see he's getting a little bit of influence. No, that's me. Me being okay. Now we can seek a wife. So we're going to seek a wife, so we can get an heir. Because he's, what is his age? He's age 30. Is that his age? Yeah, he's age 30 right now. So he's still young enough to have a child. I would call him a kid compared to me. All right, and let's take a look at our... right now we're pushing for growth, because the more growth, the faster we can expand our city. But we are having a problem with, looks like, sickness over here, sanitation, squalor. We're going to have to start working on technology to improve squalor. This is our new, this is actually our capital proper. What does it cost to repair? Click mark current selection for dismantling. No. Click to abandon. I don't think they're culturally. If they're culturally different, then we want to tear it down, but maybe they are. This is a small city. This is a village. So actually, well, hold on to the small city. Yeah, I just want to repair it, and it's not giving me an option, so I hate to dismantle it. Here we got to repair. What is this? Farmstead. Okay, let's give it some food, so we'll repair that. Because we're going to have to dismantle this and build it back up. That's a shame. And then we don't have, when we hit population surplus, here's our surplus right now, 5, we can expand the territory here. And you see the capital has a lot more. Anglis, so the Angles are next. So we're just going to prevent the birth of Britain, because it is the Angles and the Saxons. Angles or the English, you can hear it in there. And of course the Saxons did also help with the French, and the Franks, Saxony, and very other. I'm going to assume they escaped, that they're not completely destroyed. Nothing worse than being apologetic in a war game. Okay, so we have these guys off our coast. Let's see, now that we've made contact with the Danes, if we can sweet talk them into something.
Greetings. Now speak plainly.
Let's go.
For we are an honest folk and value honesty in others.
Okay, we already have an aggression with them, so we have a trade agreement. Okay. Could arrange a marriage, but do I have anyone that needs marrying? I'll check on that and see. Don't know if we're going to war with them or not, so I'm trying not to make too many more deals. These guys are off our shore, so maybe they're willing to talk now.
Greetings, friend. We will speak together of whatever you wish, but bring words that can warm our hearts.
Okay, that's a low chance of that. I can't afford to bribe them for it. Let me check again with the Danes. See if that trade agreement was us or was someone else.
Greetings. Now speak plainly, for we are an honest folk and value honesty in others.
Well, then trade is about as honest as you can get. Excellent.
I will take word of our agreement and put it before my people.
And who are you?
They will feast in celebration.
Okay, and who you at war with here? Rugians. I think they're right on our border over here. Yeah, I don't need a war over here because this would close off the province. And then what do we have up here? Are these the Jutes? Okay, so... Well, what I'd like to do is seal off the province, because we have one more city in our total province. And then maybe subjugate the Jutes, not have to deal with these guys when they start coming across on their ships are going to be a problem. This is not a dock city. They're at war with the Rugians, so that should keep them busy, because the Rugians are historically pretty monstrous, even though most people haven't heard of them, along with the Burgundians, Bourbon guys. So they're over here someplace. So yeah, and then we can, if these guys are ever willing to trade, they're building up a lot of forces and half their armies down there with us. Wow, I think they only have one city. Yeah, they only have one territory. And they're wanting ours. I'm guessing this is part of their province, not. Let's see. Yep. They have issue with the Danes and the Jutes. Jutes also help form Britain. So if we don't destroy every tribe, and we have the Picts. We haven't even got across the ocean yet. But I'm not ready to start war. I need now to, before I attack again, although this would be an opportune time to attack, before they build up their military too much, and then we might try that. I don't have a spy, so I can't see where their troops are at. They have one city, and I don't know where their troops could be. Let's see if they're at war with anyone. Not at war with anyone, so the troops will be there unless they're looking to start a war. And they have one of our in Frisia. Okay, well, I guess we will end it there for now, and be doing multiple episodes a week, and also broadcasting live. So if you want to catch any of this live, feel free. And I'll probably be doing a Warhammer series, maybe something else. How many of these a week put out? Probably 2 to 3, and a lot of that will come from the live broadcast. But I want to thank everyone for watching. This one is the opening. It'll be appearing on YouTube. I'm not going to suggest subscribing or anything because it's been so long since it's been YouTube. If you liked it, do give it a like. If you just want to watch it and tell other people to watch it, that's fine. If you have any questions, feel free to post them. You can catch me normally Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays on, sometimes on Sundays, on twitch.tv/IceandQuinn. You can catch me on social media, that social media being Twitter, as Quinn Ison, the reverse of what you see here. All that should be on my page, assuming that the page is in order by the time this goes up. And, well, the next episode should be coming within a day. Thanks. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to post them. And until then, remember to, well, have a good day, and I hope to virtually see you again.